He has not stepped up with his daughter. He has not done the things that he needed to be doing concerning his daughter. So I've always felt like I had to take on a lot that I needed. And
baby, yeah, won't you just come my way? Come in.
I've been doing all I can, and for a while I will say it's been like a tug of war between my child's father and I. Like, it's like damn if I do and damn if I don't in that situation. Everything was cool. We was trying to make it work. I don't think it was ever really cool, but we was trying to make it work, trying to get along, and I was trying my hardest, like, Mo, don't say nothing, try to make it work, try to just mind your business and be about your kid. It's all about your kid. It's all about your kid. That's what I always was telling myself. So this is what happened. My daughter had told me that she wanted to do ballet. Now, if you know, my baby's a little princess. She loves ballet. She loves, you know, anything that her cousins are doing. She see them doing it. She see other kids doing it. She wants to do it. She wants to be a part of it. So as her mother, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, if you want to do it and you want to be a part of it and I can afford it and I can do that for you, I'm your mother. That's why I'm here. I looked into ballet. It cost $50 every month, but for the big competition was gonna be like a lot of money. I believe it was gonna be like $100 and some for their entire costume and everything. And my daughter came to me as well. She said, oh mommy, I want to do gymnastics. I'm like, great, you know. She said, I really want to do it. She wants to do it. So I'm like, okay, I don't see no reason why she couldn't do both, because my kid at the time wasn't in kindergarten. This is her first year of kindergarten, so she wasn't in school. She was at home with us. So I was like, yeah, it'll be amazing to get her in different activities, doing different things. So that'd be amazing. So I came up with the idea in my mind. I'm like, okay, so it's ballet and it's gymnastics. I'll tell her father to do ballet and I'll do gymnastics. Ballet was $50 every month. Gymnastics was $90 every month. So I told her dad to pay for the $50 one every month, and I was gonna pay for the expensive one, which was $90, and then he would have to also pay for her costume and such. So I told him about it, and he just had no interest. He was just like not trying to hear me. He did not care about her doing ballet. He's like, no, she don't need to be doing both of them. No, you know, he's just saying no, he don't got money. He's not trying to make it happen. I've kind of like been wanting her to have different opportunities and do things that other kids her age are doing, and I've always been the one to fund it. From birthday parties to different things of that nature, I've been funding it. So when he said that to me, it kind of hurt my feelings, but I just didn't say nothing, because in my mind I'm like, her birthday's coming up and I'm really gonna need help for her birthday. Now pause. My daughter's birthday is December 5th. It was her golden birthday, and it was just a big thing for me. For some people, y'all know, golden birthdays are like important. You could go by any other birthday, but the golden birthday is extremely important. And at the time, COVID was not even thought of. COVID happened, but at the time it just wasn't thought of because we didn't foresee COVID happening. I plan everything ahead of time. That's just how I am. I plan everything, birthdays, Christmas. I'm just a heavy planner. I like to be prepared for everything. I don't like to do anything last minute. I'm always planning. So I'm planning her birthday like months in advance, and I'm telling him, could you help me out? Blase, blase, help contribute. And pause. Now his mom and his grandmother was like, they'll help me get the birthday stuff and everything. But I don't feel right. I don't know if it's just me, but I do not feel right going to people's family asking them for things when me and this individual has a kid. I feel as though like I need to come to you, you need to come to me. You're not going to my mom, so I don't feel like I need to go to your family. If your family wants to help you, they need to speak with you and come to you, and that's how we'll do it. But I don't feel like that was like, I'm not begging your family for a handout for my kid. That's your job, is your family. I feel as though we need to come together and figure out what we're going to do about our kid. So his family was like, they'll help out and all this, and I told him, well, I'm gonna tell him what I need, y'all could go do that. But for me, I'm dealing with him, and that's just how I see it. So I didn't stress about the ballet. I was like, okay, fine. I took care of ballet and gymnastics. She was doing both for a while. She stopped doing one because some things happened with my niece, in which I needed to help my niece pay for her ballet, and it just was too much for me. So I was like, you know what, I didn't really want to, but I was like, I'm gonna take my baby out of gymnastics and just keep her in ballet and keep doing that. My brother, I'm gonna run over that like real fast. My brother's in Africa, and my niece is being raised by my mom, and I try to do the best I can to help her situation and be there for her as best I can as her auntie. Me and my mom is really a lot of what she has. She has her mom, but her mom has 3 other kids. So my mom has custody of my niece and her brother. Those are my brother's kids. My brother got deported. So with everything that happened with Trump, people getting deported, my brothers were one of the ones that got deported. My mom told my niece that she probably wouldn't be able to afford it and such, but I stepped up as her auntie and tried to help her out. And her dad couldn't even do it. Like, he wasn't trying to help me with anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my daughter out of gymnastics and just have her keep doing ballet. Cool. So she's doing ballet. First I was paying for ballet and gymnastics myself, just paying for it. The only reason I stopped is because I had to help my brother, my niece, and everything. For me, I don't see any excuse on why he does not want to work. There is no excuse for me. I have the kid all the time. I have to be a mom, and I have to be able to afford where I'm staying, be able to do everything as a mother. And I keep a job. I've always kept a job. So I've always had to pay bills, always had to take care of my responsibility, because it was never an opportunity for me not to have a job, because my daughter needs stuff. I need to be able to provide for her. Nobody else is providing for her but me. So I always have to have a job, maintain a job, keep a job, do everything that I needed to do. So there was never no excuse for me, and there wasn't nobody telling me that, oh, you could take a time off. But he was always not working. When my daughter was a baby, I used to take the bus, y'all, the bus, to get my daughter to him in order for her to maintain a relationship with her dad. I've always like tried to somehow, some way make that relationship possible. But the thing is with us is like, I've always felt as though I had to be like his parent, because he's not responsible enough for himself. He has not stepped up with his daughter. He has not done the things that he needed to be doing concerning his daughter. So I've always felt like I had to take on a lot that I needed. I wish I felt comfortable enough to just relax or let things happen, but no. It's not like I met him not doing nothing. We was dating in high school. He was my high school boyfriend, and first year of college, I got pregnant. So it's not like, oh, we both were grown. No, we were kids. Out of high school, I didn't expect that he was gonna be forever that person. I thought he was gonna grow up and grow out of that. But he wasn't, and he left a lot of responsibility on me where he didn't carry the burden with me. Okay, so let me tell you guys what happened now. For the birthday, he said, well, he ain't got a job right now. I'm talking about when I asked him this, I want to say it was about August, and my daughter's birthday was in December. So I'm acting months in advance. So can you help me? Can you just make an obligation to help me now? So moving forward, you do what you need to do in order to get yourself together, because you know your daughter's birthday is coming up, and I'm gonna need you to contribute. And he's like, I don't have no money for you. That really frustrated me. And how is that for me though? Once again, I didn't say anything, right? My daughter went over there, and I remember that day because he called me early in the morning. He said, come get your daughter. Come get her, or I'm gonna drop her off. I said, no, well, it's too early for me to be getting her. He was like, come get her, or I'm gonna drop her off. I got in the car and I went, because I had went to his house. His girlfriend said he wasn't there, and he dropped my daughter off to his mom's house. Fine. I went, got my baby from his mom's house, and I was crying, y'all. I was crying because I was so upset. My little feelings was so hurt, because I was like, I'm doing this all by myself, and it's just so hard. I don't have a lot of support at the time. Like, my mom's there, but that's not my mom's responsibility. That's not her burden. I shouldn't have her, being my baby dad. She's my baby's grandmother. She's not supposed to just be in the other parent. And I just felt super guilty constantly asking her, or constantly having her do things, because that's not her place. That's not what she was there to do. So I went over there, was talking to his people, and I was really crying. And honestly, I don't even know why I did that. Hindsight looking back, like, that's his family, you know, they're always going to stick up for him or everything. But at that moment, I was so hurt. So after I got my baby, crying, everything, took my baby back to my mom's house, you know, because I had to work. After I came from work, I came back to my mom's house. My mom said my daughter had told her and my niece that his girlfriend had hit her because she pooped and she peed on herself. I'm like, what? So what happened was, while my kid was over there, he was calling me because she ended up wetting herself, right? She ended up she had to poop and pee, and I guess she peed on herself, and he didn't have clothes. So instead of going to the store, figuring out how to get that, he called me because he just did not want to deal with that. Okay, well, first thing I did, now, she didn't tell me, so I went to my daughter. I said, baby, did you tell my mom that your dad's girlfriend hit you? She was like, yeah, because she did. She hit me, mommy. She hit me. Instantly, y'all know, as a mother, y'all be like, wait, what? Be about ready to fight. But for me, I'm like, okay, so I hit him up and I let him know, like, what happened. He didn't want to speak to me. He was just, you know, ignoring me, not trying to talk to me, act as though it wasn't a priority or it wasn't important, right? I messaged his mom, and I told his mom what she told me. His mom said, this didn't happen, you know. What happened was, probably she had to go to the bathroom, and they had guys in the front room, guys who was his cousins, brothers, his relatives, or whatever. Oh, now she can't be around them. So he don't want his daughter around a whole bunch of guys, so he had her in the room. And for me, it's like, okay, if that's how you feel, why is those guys around, period, while you have my daughter? You only had my daughter on the weekends. So if you felt like those guys could not be around my daughter, they should not be around my daughter at all. why do you have those guys around my daughter, period, if you didn't trust them enough to be around your daughter? That was one for me. But then two is, okay, so why aren't you there? Why, like, it goes back to, why is this girl watching my kid? What's going on? I want to know. And he wasn't responding to me. So the story was, she was in a room away from everybody else, and she had to go to the bathroom. Somebody else was in the bathroom. She ended up pooping and peeing on herself, and his girlfriend got mad, and she was watching my baby basically whooped her. So for me, I was like, well, I wasn't aware that this girl was to be watching my kid without you, because you're the parent. I wouldn't leave your daughter with another dude that I was talking to at all. So I don't even understand why this girl is watching my kid, right? Without any supervision. Honestly, the same girl at the beginning of our situation, it was a lot of back and forth where he was going, trying to talk to me and trying to talk to her and blah, 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 back and forth. Our entire breakup is a whole nother video. I'll tell you guys later. But that was the situation with this girl. And it's not even like no spitefulness, because I don't want you guys thinking I'm spiteful, because I still allowed my baby to go over there. I knew that he was with that girl. My thing is, why would you not tell me that this girl was watching my kid unsupervised? And with everything that had transpired between her and I'm not comfortable enough yet for this girl to be watching my kid unsupervised. When I asked his mom, I was like, okay, that I want to have a sit down with him and his mother before I allow my child to go back over there. Okay.
It's a pretty long. Grab your seat, come have a seat.
His mom was like, well, I see why I'm talking to you. I see why me and you need to have a conversation, but why am I talking to your mother? I didn't have a kid with your mom. Your mom and I don't have a kid together, so I don't feel like I need to be talking to her. And because of that, I'm not going to talk to her. I feel like I need to be talking to you. You're my grandbaby's mother, so I need to be talking to you. So I was like, oh, okay, so you didn't have a kid with my mom. She's like, no. So I was like, okay, so if you feel like you don't need to be talking to my mom, then why am I speaking to you, boo? We don't need to talk. So at that moment, I blocked her, and I wasn't talking to him either. Blocked him and wasn't talking to him. I want to say this went on for a good year, y'all. A good year. Because I felt away. Now, my godmother had talked to me. Hey, it's Mo, you have to forgive people. And honestly, she didn't do anything. It was him. The situation happened with him. And you have to let her see her grandbaby. You have to allow her to be around her grandbaby. And da-da-da-da-da-da. So I bent. I felt bad. And I was like, okay, it's only been a year. Maybe we could repair things. And it's all for the... And my baby really missed him. You know, my baby loved him. My baby missed her dad. Let's try to work it out. Where my kid was going back over there. His mom's house. That was the first step. After that, I just slowly started letting my daughter go to his house. And it worked out that way, and we was getting along. Now, with that being what it was, you would think that nobody would mess with me, right? No. He had filed taxes, and when you file taxes and you owe child support, sometimes the child support takes your taxes. So he filed like $2,000, right? $2,000 taxes. The state took it for my daughter, and that was the only amount of child support that I got. Pause. When my daughter was 3, we went to court for child support, and when we went to court, they asked me, they said, hey, should we give it from the time she was born? Because he can owe you child support from the time she was born up to now, and my baby was 3. So I said no. I know I owe that money, don't get me wrong, but I was like, no. I said I would like to excuse everything before she was 3. And then they had asked me, they said they calculated his income, and they saw that he can pay $500 with his income and the amount of money that he's been making. Now, I didn't know he had a job. He was telling me he didn't have a job and he never was working. However, he was working inconsistently, and those people tracked it from the time my daughter was born. And he just wasn't telling me about this money. He told those people that, hey, I can only pay $300. So he said, that's what I can pay. And they came to me and said, well, he said he can only pay $300. Is that okay with you? I said, that's fine. Whatever he says he can pay, let him pay that. When you don't pay your child support for a long period of time, it has to be a while though, the state will take your taxes. So that's what happened. The state ended up taking his taxes. His mom called me and she said, they gave you $2,000 and I had him, and this is not something you are not supposed to be doing, but people do it. I had him file his cousin. He filed for his cousin. I would like you to give me that money back. I would like you to give me that money back because we had him file for his cousin because we needed somebody to file for his cousin. For whatever reason, she could not file, so she had him file, knowing that he owes me child support. He was paying child support. So she was like, yeah, can you give that money back? First of all, I didn't even get the entire full amount or whatever that was. A lot of it was taken for Camilla's medical or whatever. But when I got some money, I was like, no, I'm not giving her that money. What am I giving her that money for? They gave it to me. I didn't go in his pockets or say anything. That was owed to me. So for me, I was like, the nerve of you. No, I wasn't doing it. Okay, I'm just telling you guys that happened and she didn't get the money, whatever. Now this similar situation, same situation in fact, same thing. He owed child support, and she had him file his cousin, and basically the state took the child support, right? And then she called me up saying, oh, she said we filed, and basically they took all the money and they said that they took it for child support. So you're supposed to be getting this amount, right? However, that was not the amount that I ended up getting. I ended up getting more. So, but first she said you're getting this amount, and can I have it? I told her, no disrespect. First of all, after the whole birthday situation happened, we had just started talking, guys. Just started talking. So we wasn't talking, we wasn't saying nothing to each other, no conversation, no nothing. We had just started back being cool, just started back talking. So I would think like you would leave me alone with everything that just has transpired between us. But cool, let it happen. He hasn't been taking care of his kid. He hasn't been stepping up and doing the things in which he needs to do for his daughter. So why should I now get any type of support and give it to you? She was like, he wouldn't be getting that money if I hadn't had him file his cousin. So we would feel like you would let the past go. That's what she said to me. Let the past go, leave the past in the past, and let's start off fresh. I feel as though you should give me the money. You wouldn't be getting that money without. So I was over here like, so it's been a while me telling you this person has not been helping me take care of my daughter, and you want me to give you what the child support people gave me? Okay.
But that's giving me, I don't care about my grandchild.
So I told her no, he hasn't done anything for my daughter. Hung up, called me back and said, you know what, you're right, I apologize for saying that. In fact, you're actually supposed to get this amount. And if you get this amount, I'm gonna say, can you give me something? Because I did have him file for his cousin just for the boy, because he did go to school and everything. I would really appreciate it if you gave us something. Now, pause. Let me tell you guys what was going in my head at the time. This person has not helped me or contribute towards my kid for how long? And how could you guys, is it because I'm nice? Because for the most part, I try to be nice to people, try to be kind to people. So I felt like in that position, my kindness was taken for weakness in one. And I felt like, why is it that now, oh, could you help us with this? Could you do this for us? Could you do, when ain't nobody was helping me. And I was struggling with my daughter by myself, struggling to do it by myself, as a lot of mothers are. And I was trying to turn the other cheek and let's be friends. And I kept on trying to be nice and kept on trying to be nice. In fact, he would have been owing more had I not forgiven what I forgiven. But for me, I was like, okay, well, she did come back and apologize, and she didn't have to do that. And she did come back and have a conversation with me. So you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna think about it. The amount that my kid was owed, or the amount that my kid got, right? For me, that amount was owed. So let's say I happen to split it 50-50, nobody's going to have that for my kid again. Why should I care when did nobody care about me or mine when we was trying to have conversations? But me and my mother taking care of my daughter for how long? For a very long time. And ain't nobody had my back. Ain't nobody was doing what they were supposed to be doing. Ain't nobody did nothing. So now that some money is being mentioned, it's like, oh, could you help us? Could you do this? Could you share? Could you? And they're like, well, it's for him. It's for his cousin. It's for his cousin. It's for his cousin. Ain't nobody saying ish about my baby, my kid. And that's my responsibility. Oh, I met his cousin, sweet little boy, right? His cousin, cool. However, not my responsibility. My responsibility is my kid. I could be nice, but don't treat my kindness for stupidity. What if, like, you get in child support court, you get in trouble because by giving him that money when they took it from him is basically saying you don't need help, because they're giving you that money to help you for your kid. If you return the money, then you're basically telling them you don't need help, and they can use that in court against you. All these conversations is being had, right? And I had to come up with a decision that was okay for me. I am a grown woman. Now, first thing I did was I went to my daughter's father. I said, your mom is calling me saying this, and she's calling me saying that. Are you gonna help me take care of my daughter? He's like, I don't have that for you. I ain't got no money for you. What are you talking about? Basically, yo, I'm on child support. If I'm on child support, I ain't giving you nothing out of pocket. I ain't helping you with nothing. I don't owe you nothing. Why is you talking to me? And then I mentioned what happened with his mom and what she said to me in the whole situation, and he said, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It's my money, but not really. For me, I was like, this your family. I have a kid with you. If I did not have a kid with you, I wouldn't be speaking to these people at all. So I feel as though you should step in. You should handle this situation because you need to protect me in this situation. He was like, well, I feel like the reason why my mom is asking you is because she did have me file for my cousin. You know, he's owed that money. He's not thinking about my daughter at all either. He's not. He's like, well, maybe that's why she's asking. But I'm like, okay, so what about my daughter? I'm not saying you shouldn't take care of your daughter, but I'm saying, like, I get where she's coming from. I'm like, so why should I care about her or him? And he's like, so basically what you're saying is F my family. I said, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, why should I care though? Nobody's been helping me. It's been F me and my kid for so long. He's like, I never said that out of my mouth. I never said F you and your kid out of my mouth. That you didn't have to say it out your mouth. Your actions show that. Because of how you was acting, because of your lack of care, because of things in which you've done and the way you've handled things. What? And then he asked me, well, how much do I owe in child support? He does not want to go up and do the research himself. He don't want to go up and get all the information and handle his business himself. He don't want to do none of that himself. Can you help me? Could you do this? Could you do that? Could you do this? You, me. So I'm just, at that point, I'm just sick of it. So I was like, you know what, Mo, sit by yourself and kind of like pray on it and figure out what you are going to do. The best decision for you. People don't get to treat you, talk to you, and act as though you are not important, or they don't get to deal with you at all. And that's on period. So I thought about it for a long time, and then I made a decision what I thought was the best thing for me to do. I called her. I got this. That's what I got. She's happy. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yep, I got the money. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I got the money. I've decided that I'm going to give you blank, blank, blank this amount. I'm not going to close that because it's too much information. But I'm going to give you this amount. And she was like, what? Okay, so I just assumed that you'd be giving me half because I did file for him and I was the one who turned in the paperwork and I was the one that did it. And I wanted to say pause. Let's pause for a second. She was acting as though me and her had a deal. Like me and her was doing this for each other. What are you talking about, Miss Lady? This my kid. This my daughter. You act as though you was doing me a favor. I didn't even know about this. The only reason I know about it now is because they took it from you. Period. Me and you did not have, like, you act as though I owe you something, you owe me, like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your. What are you talking about? What are you just, like, what are you, we going half for what? Well, because you filed for his cousin. That's not my business. I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't tell you to do none of that. And beyond that, the state took it. And with or without you, let's say you didn't do this, I would still be getting my money because he would owe it from now to the day he died. Because I have his kid and he has to take care of his child. So what is this? When I worked really hard to get it, I did, and I didn't ask for any of this. You wasn't doing it for me. You was doing it for you to make sure y'all good, your household is good, your situation is good, whatever. You was doing it for you. You had your own reasons. You weren't never following this. You wasn't thinking about my kids. And if he had that money, let's say he got it, he wouldn't be making sure me and my kid was good at all. Because he didn't do it with his last money or any money he got prior to that. Before he was even on child support, he wasn't coming out his way to make sure we was good. Come on now. Now, I'm not going to sit over here and say that he ain't never helped when we was together. It wasn't consistent. When he had a job to which I applied for, got him that job, he would help out. But it would be here and there because he never could keep a job. Because it was always something. So I've always had to step up. It's always been my family that's had to step up. Ask her, how many diapers have you bought for my kid? Even the gift, it was a bounce, like a bounce thing that you can hold on, like on a window, on like a door, like a little thing. You know where the kids bounce, little bouncer thing? Yeah, I got that on my baby shower for Camilla, but it was a hand-me-down. It was from a cousin. I got a onesie jacket that she got my kid, but it was a hand-me-down from somebody else. I had never gotten an original gift. Other time my daughter was with her, she said, do she not have clothes? Do she not have, and ain't nobody doing nothing for my kid. What you see is what you get. When I'm able to afford her without your son doing what he need to do, how dare you question me about what my kid has and what she does not have? When ain't nobody doing nothing, including him. You should be happy I'm taking my time to make sure she's alive. Y'all acting like y'all funding my baby's well-being and I'm not doing what I need to do and making sure she good when y'all ain't doing nothing. The reason why something is done now is because the state court, child support court, took it. But ain't nobody was doing nothing for my kid. Didn't nobody care about how me and my kid was living at all. Her birthday, school situations, no nothing. And then when they was giving me the money, she acted as though, well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let you go to school. I'm not going. What you mean you not going to? The child support people giving me the money. Your son ain't coming out of pocket and saying, oh, yeah, you know, you got school and stuff, so I'm going to give you this amount right quick. No. It's like the nerve. Who do you think I am? You think I'm stupid or I'm dumb or... And then she made a comment before. She said, my baby daddy's wasn't helping me. Ain't nobody ever helped me do nothing. So I gotta accept nothing because you didn't accept anything. I gotta just be dealing with crumbs because you didn't expect or want better for yourself. So I gotta just settle? No. No. Hell no. settling just because you settled. I'm not just accepting anything just because you decided to accept anything. I'm not. In this day and age, sweetheart, boo-boo, I'm going to accept what's owed to me. And it's owed for him to take care of his responsibility. And when he hit me up, well, after the situation, she got upset. She was crying. She was upset. And once again, I've always been soft-hearted for people that are crying. But I'm not going to let you take advantage of me and mistreat me just because you're crying. So I hung up, and that was the end of the conversation. Because for me, I was going to give you that much. But seeing how you acted about it, you don't get nothing from me or a conversation. He hit me up like, okay, so what's going on? But when I came to you with this, it was none of your business. You didn't have nothing to do with it. It was none of your business. So then I told him what happened. And he was like, well, how much did you get? That's none of your business. Once again, it's none of your business. Stop questioning me about what's going on. Okay. And then it turned into an argument. And then it turned into a disagreement. And I told him straight up, until the situation died down, yo, my kid not coming over there. Because I want to know she's in the best environment. I didn't create this environment. I'm dealing with it the way I choose to deal with it and the best way for me to deal with it. However, that don't need to fall on my kid. You hear stories about people killing their kid or, families killing it, all based off of money. And I'm not going to put my child in that type of situation. I'm going to feel like y'all get her when I feel like it's safe. Or even at all. Because my thing is I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the constant games. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care at all. Don't care. Don't care. And keep showing me that y'all don't care. Y'all care about yours and what's going on with y'all. And as that is being the way it is, I need to care about mine and what's going on with mine. All that, let the past go. It's let the past go when it's me. But if it was you and you was in that same situation, I promise you, boo-boo, you would not be letting the past go. It would be, you gonna respect me. It'd be all that if it was you. But because it's somebody else's kid, and it ain't in the family, is let the past go. No, I'm not letting the past go. I'm not even letting this go. Y'all gonna have to let this go, because I'm not. I demand respect. I'm owed respect. And y'all will give me my respect. Down to him. He calling me up, how much I owe a child. Call the child support agency. Handle your business so I don't have to. Stop calling me in the daytime while I'm with my kid asking me questions about your bills and everything. If you was handling your business, I wouldn't have to handle it for you. Because I could basically lie. I could say, well, yeah, they said you don't owe nothing. And you just, what? You ain't going to go and do your own research. I could be lying. This person don't care. If you want me to tell you how much you owe, tell you how much I got, I have to tell you all of that. Not that you going down there looking it up, doing the research for yourself. Trying to figure out everything for yourself. No. And I'm not doing it. After that, grandma calling my mom, telling my mom like, oh, we want the money. We want our money. And his mom says she wants the money. And my mom was so confused. My mom said, wait, they took his mom taxes? She was like, no, just trying to explain it and everything. Like, I told my mom what's up. I was like, Mom, listen, I'm grown. Me and you have talked about this, and we said what we said. But I'm a grown woman. Can't nobody tell me nothing, because I'm a grown woman. A grown woman. And as a grown woman, I make my own grown decisions. You not finna treat me, disrespect me, misuse me, and think you could call my mama. Because I'm pretty sure, y'all, I'm a couple of African bees right now. To him, too. You an African bee, and he'll say, well, you always want to keep my kid away. You always, because I'm the parent in some sort of messy situation. If it was as simple as, yo, I drop my kid off, tell your family to deal with me as such, I'm the mother of your child. I don't go to family functions or nothing. I just drop my kid off and pick my kid up. Drop my kid off and pick my kid up. It's just that. I'm pleasant. I'm kind. Hi, how you guys doing? Oh, really? We'll have small talk. I don't owe y'all shirt at all. Don't owe nobody a penny. A penny. And I don't deal with y'all. Finances with my daughter, the court handle it. I'm not dealing with you. I'm not telling you. I'm not going in your house at all. So when people be coming at me like, they don't care about my kid. The way her dad came, he don't care. Because he would be handling his business, doing what you need to do if he was a good enough father, or even a father point blank period. Handling your business, we wouldn't be having, me and you, our conversations, we wouldn't be talking like this. We wouldn't be having none of these issues. I've been telling him, like, I'm kind. I want to co-parent. Co-parenting does not mean that I have to be stupid. Co-parenting means that I just have to, hey, let you have your kid and that's it. If my daughter has a birthday party, I can invite you if you want to come there, but that's just like, and you come to her birthday party. But co-parenting don't mean I need to give you money. Co-parenting don't mean I need to help you figure out your finances. Co-parenting don't mean I need to figure out your situation with child support. Co-parenting does not mean none of that. Co-parenting is getting along for the sake of the child. But y'all always got me messed up, so I don't know how to get along. I'm so up and down because y'all so up and down. Y'all be like, oh, Mo's nice. Let's see if we can get this out of her. Mo's cool. Let's see if we can, get a couple of them. She real nice. She nice and she stupid. So no. I'm not dumb. And I ain't stupid. So why Mo's nice? Respect Mo, please. Mo's cool. Respect Mo, please. I'm not asking for respect. I'm demanding respect. And I deal with people that respect me as I respect them. So if you don't respect me, we ain't gonna be dealing with each other at all. And that's just how I was giving it up. Some people really don't care about my kid, y'all. Don't care about my kid. And that's why situations is being handled the way situations is being handled. It's sad. But yep. So that's what happened, y'all. Please like this video because I needed to scroll in the algorithm. I needed to go around in the algorithm. Please and thank you, y'all. Please like, subscribe, below. And you know, yes. Thank you guys. Bye guys.